what is up guys, it's godsunit here, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a part 2 of the simple action bar menu video. So basically, I'm going to be first showing you the first one that I did. So this is the original world, nothing has changed from this last menu. So basically this is going to have changes to the last menu. This is going to be adding upon. It is not going to be really removing anything. So basically, if you have your menu, you can add on to it. The only thing is you're going to have to change some commands in order for this to work. So some of the commands are going to need to be changed, notably these, and we're going to add on to a couple of them over here or change them a little bit. So basically, first I'm just going to show you this. I'm going to show you what you're going to need to change, and then we're going to go on to the second world, and we're actually going to show you how that new menu works and what the changes and additions are. So first of all, the menu, these two top things, so TP to spawn and give stake, are going to be changed for warps and game modes. So this is going to be able to warp you somewhere, and it's going to be able to change your game mode, and it's going to open up a second menu, which is the addition. This is what this part 2 is all about. So basically, if I give stake, as you can see, it gives me stake when I right click, and when I right click TP to spawn, TPs me to 040. So that is going to stay, but instead it's going to be under warps. So you'll be able to warp to spawn, and you'll be able to warp a couple other places. Summon armor stand still works in the new version, and effect speed still works the exact same in the new version. So here's the things that are going to have to change. So this command is going to change a little bit, and we're going to be adding on to it. I believe this command, no, that command stays the same. So all of the title raw commands are going to have to change for two reasons. The first reason being we need to add a score to it, so a new score is going to be added to it, which is the page score, and we're also going to change some of the text from, it says TP to spawn here, we're going to change that to warps, and give stake is going to change to game mode on all of these, but those are just my examples. So if you're going to have to change yours, you're going to change it to whatever text you want, and you're going to have to change it to whatever scoreboard yours is, and you will see the commands in a second. So here is the other commands that are going to have to change. So even if you're not changing any of these pages, you're still going to have to change this, because where it says menu 1, again, you're going to have to add another score, which is going to be the page score. So that is what's going to be changing on all of these. And again, up here, I don't even think I went over this on the last video. I completely forgot, which is kill at E, typical snowball. So these are all just killing the snowball for when you right click. So if you guys were wondering that, that's what that is. And now I'm going to meet you guys on the second world, show you all the additions, and I know it's a bit more commands, but trust me, it'll be simple and easy. Guys, we are here on the second world, so as you can see, there's some major additions here. Basically, how I did this is I divided it, so this is the original with changes, and then these are the new rows, and the only other additions are these two besides the brand new rows. So each row represents a menu. So first, let me just show you the new menu. So this is the new menu. You see warps, game modes, effect speed, summon armor stand. So I'm just going to say effect speed works the same. Nothing changed there. Summon armor stand. Oh, that's weird. Summon armor stand works the exact same. No changes there. So if we go over here to warps, we click on warps. It's warp to spawn, warp to commands, warp to skies, back. So we can go back to warps. Here's game modes, game mode creative, survival, adventure, back. And as you can see, I can scroll through this menu as normal. So game mode creative, game mode survival, game mode adventure, and game mode creative again. Oh, oops. So now we can go back up to warps and warp, oh, my bad. Warp to spawn, warp to the command, so it puts me on top of that command block. And warp to skies just sends you 10 blocks in the air every time you press it. So go back here, and now you have warps, game modes, and we just went over all that. So here are the command changes. So what has changed? First thing you're going to have to do is after you write your title raws, which I'll show you in a second, you're going to have to say how many scoreboards are in the menu. So if there's 5, 10, whatever there shouldn't be 10 because that would overlap stuff. So don't do that. But however many selections you have, or how many times you go through the score. So I have 5. Well, I have 4, and then you add 1 so that it changes on that next one. So scoreboard player set at A, scores equals menu equals 5, and more, 5 and up, and page equals 2. So this is if you're on the second scoreboard page, and then it changes you to menu 1. That's what this does. So when I go here, warps, when I press down again, it goes back to the start. So that's all that is doing. And then it's the exact same for page 3. Mine is 5 again, but yours might differ because, as you can see, the reason I had to do this is because this one differed by 1. So there is 1 more on the normal menu. So when I go back here, as you can see, there is 5 different things, so I have to do 6. I don't think, yeah, this didn't change. So basically, how we're going to change the title raws is we are going to add a page number. So let's go ahead and add that scoreboard. So slash scoreboard objectives add page dummy. So all you're going to do is add the objective page, and then you'll be good to go. And one other thing, yeah, that you might want to add, which I didn't add here actually, is you want page to automatically be set to 1 when you've never opened the menu. Alright, so now it should work for anyone opening their menu for the first time. So if your menu is 0, then it will go to page 1, and as soon as after that it goes to menu 1, so that will work just fine. So that's all you have to do. That's the only change you need to make here, is add this command at the bottom. So you want this command to be the start, move the other command up 1 and change it to chain unconditional, and then this command would just be just like this. Alright, so now the title raw changes. So you want to add page to your title raw right here, so just add page, and then snowball menu stays the same, and then you can just change the text to whatever you want. So I put warps in game modes, but you're going to want to add page 1 to every single one, and that should be how that works. Now for the notable changes over here is what we're going to do is we're going to have page added to these as well. The reason you need to do this is because it needs to know which page you're on, because if one button did 3 different things for 3 different pages, that'd be really messed up and weird, and you don't want that to happen. So you have to add page to all of these. It makes it easier to copy and paste to the next pages as well, so it just kind of makes everything easier when you're adding onto this. So scoreboard player set at PR equals 2, scores equals menu 1, page 2. So basically what this is doing is it's just changing my page from page 1 to page 2, and there's no other command on top except for kill at E-type equals snowball. But on the second one, there is a command on top, and I will explain that in a second. Scoreboard player set at PR equals 2, scores equals menu equals 2. So if you're on page 1, then it will set you to page 3, and then this command up here is if you are in menu 2 of page 3, it's setting you to menu 1. So when you're switching your page, it does not switch your menu automatically, so you want to switch the menu back to 1 so that it doesn't look weird, so that you don't start on a different thing than you're supposed to. So this just makes it look normal. So if that command wasn't there when I went to game modes, it would start me off right here. How this is right here, game mode creative, and then game mode survival is what it would be highlighting. This is just changing it so that it starts on creative, which just keeps everything normal. And then these over here is just adding page. There's nothing changed about this except for adding page to it. Now for the title raws, it's going to be very straightforward. Menu 1, page 2. Menu 2, page 2. And then this is just my warps, so I changed the text at the top to say warps, didn't change anything about the bar. Warp to spawn, warp to commands, warp to skies, back. So that is all completely normal. It's pretty much the exact same as before, except for it says page on it. And then moving on to the commands, these are also pretty simple. So these are just TP commands because it's warp. So TP at PR equals 2, scores equals menu equals 1, page 2, 040. So this is just TPing you to spawn. Very straightforward. Again, just killing the snowball on the top there for every single one. Execute at E type equals snowball. TP at PR equals 2, page 2, menu 2, page 2, 189, so that's just on top of the commands up there. And then this one is just keeping you 10 above where you are, warp disguise. So these are just really straightforward examples, and then this is just the back button. So basically how this works, scoreboard players set at PR equals 2, scores equals menu equals 4, page equals 2, setting you to page 1. And then this is setting you, if you're on page 1, menu 4, then it's setting you to menu 1. So that is so that when you press back, it will set you straight to whatever you're at. So if I go to warps, you can see how that works. If I go back, this would normally put me, I would start right here, but because I added that extra command, it starts me up here like I should be. Now, these are going to be the exact same. I'll just show them real quick. So switch game mode creative, game mode survival, game mode adventure back. So again, it's the same concept. You're just changing the page number, which you can just copy and paste from the first set of title raws after you made the changes. So it's very straightforward how this works, and it's going to be pretty simple to set up. All you got to do is make the changes, copy and paste, and change the command to whatever you need it to be. And yeah, so that is pretty much it for today, guys. If you have any suggestions for other videos or anything like that, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions on this, you can let me know on any of my social medias in the description. And if you need to see the first one, go check that out. You should have watched the first one because this is adding on to the original. So yeah, I will also leave a disclaimer because I forgot to do that in the beginning of the video. But yeah, there might be a part 3 to this, which is how to make shops, because it can be a little bit complicated on how you would make a shop with this, but I have made a shop with this, and I might do a tutorial on that. So if you guys are interested in that, let's hit 50 likes on this video for a part 3 of how to make shops, buy and sell, and maybe even like a bank or something like that. Really simple stuff, but if you guys need help with that, just let me know for part 3. Other than that, that will be it for today's video, guys, and I will see you next time.